During the month of Halloween, all around you see decorations and people's lawns of ghosts and ghouls and all things spooky, just like this. Halloween is a time of year when kids and grown-ups alike dress up, eat candy, and showcase their spookiest vibes. The scariest home decorations are the buzz of the town, but many wonder where the traditions of Halloween come from. Today, I will inform you of the spooky wonders of the traditions and origins of the widely celebrated holiday, Halloween. According to Capital One Shopping, total American spending for Halloween 2023 is projected at 12.2 billion. Candy spending alone accounts for 3.6 billion, and this shows that many people get into the Halloween spirit and end up spending on candy and decorations for the holiday. I will be going over the Samhain festival, Christianization of the holiday, and its transformations in America. Let's first talk about the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. The holiday Halloween has its roots that date back to the pre-Christian ancient times with the festival of Samhain. On November 1st, Celtics celebrated the new year, which marked the end of summer harvest season and the start of the cold, harsh winter, which was associated with death. The night of October 31st, they believed that the line between the living and the dead was blurred, which allowed spirits or ghosts to return to Earth. This celebration started on October 31st at dusk and probably went on for 3 days. The festival called Samhain, which means summer's end, because ghosts would return during the festival. Let's talk about some of the things that went on during the Samhain festival. According to History.com, during some Celtic celebrations of Samhain, villagers disguised themselves in costumes made of animal skins to drive away phantom visitors. Banquet tables were prepared and food was left out to placate unwelcome spirits. To scare off any harmful spirits, the Celts would build a sacred bonfire, wear costumes made from animal skins, dance and sing, tell fortunes, harvest the crops, and bring animals in for sacrifice or breeding and for feasting. Celtic priests would light a new bonfire after everyone had extinguished their earths and the beginning of the festival. And then onto the bonfire, they would throw animal bones from the animals that had been sacrificed. From the bonfire, everyone would light their torches and carry the flame to relight their hearths to protect them from winter. Now let's talk about the history of All Hallows Eve. When Christianity made its way to Ireland in the 5th century, the Christians converted people to their religion by incorporating some of the pagan celebrations into the Catholic calendar with Samhain. The All Hallows Day was initially observed on May 13th but was moved to November 1st by Pope Gregory III in the 8th century. All Hallows Day was intended to be a day to celebrate Christian saints and martyrs. Instead of honoring pagan gods and mischievous spirits, they now celebrated the Christian figures. Many of the old Samhain traditions were absorbed into this Christian holiday, such as dressing up and lighting bonfires. In the 15th century, writings about the now widespread celebration of All Saints' Day indicated that it was similar to the Halloween of today. In the 16th century, the celebration of souling, which is knocking on people's doors and asking them for soul cakes or soul mass cakes in return for prayers, was a big part of All Saints' Day. The eve of All Saints' Day, or All Hallows' Eve, eventually became known as Halloween. Now let's go over Halloween in America. In the 19th century, the famine in Ireland caused an influx of immigrants coming to America. The traditions and beliefs associated with All Hallows' Eve also came along. The tradition of the jack-o'-lantern began with the Irish folktale of Stingy Jack. Jack, a clever drunk and con man, banished from heaven due to his sinful life. After death, he wandered between heaven and hell, carrying a lantern with a red-hot ember from hell. On All Hallows' Eve, the Irish would hollow out a turnip, carve a face, and put a candle inside to protect from Stingy Jack. When the tradition was brought to America, pumpkins were used instead of turnips because pumpkins were easier to cut out. This is the old jack-o'-lantern, which was made from a turnip, and this is the new one made from a pumpkin. The first Halloween like celebrations were called play parties, where people would celebrate harvest, tell ghost stories, sing and dance, and tell fortunes and cause mischief. Young people in Canada began trick or treating by 1927. They would go door to door asking people for candy in return for leaving their home in one piece. The 20th century would finally see the commercialization of the holiday Halloween. By the 1920s and 30s, Halloween merchandise evolved to mass produced pre made costumes that were made for both adults and children. Post World War II economic boom of the 1950s and no more sugar rations led to candy manufacturers mass producing and individually wrapped candy, which was perfect for trick or treating. Movies and television also played a major role in Halloween's expansion as a mass market holiday as well. According to National Retail Federation, total Halloween spending was expected to reach a record of $12.2 billion, exceeding 2022's record of $10.6 billion. This really shows how widespread Halloween had become since its origins in the ancient Samhain festival. Today, Halloween is celebrated with costumes, decorations, and various festivities, making it one of the most popular holidays in the United States. As we have seen, Halloween's origins are a fascinating blend of ancient Celtic rituals, the Christianization of Samhain, and the new ways the old traditions have transformed in the celebrations, like trick or treating. The next time that you carve a pumpkin or wear a scary costume, remember the ancient origins of Halloween and appreciate the century old traditions that formed this special and festive holiday. Thank you.